So at number 10, I put Haikyuu. Now, I love Haikyuu because it is a sports anime, and I love sports anime. And this one doesn't have, like, the crazy, like, special moves that you have in other sports animes. So it stays true to the sport that they're playing. And I love how they do have some people that are super powerful, like this one right here. His name's Oikawa, and he's got a super powerful serve. And every time that he comes up to serve, the people on his side for his team that are cheering him on are like, oh, and they get like all excited. It's really fun to watch. I love like sports, so it's really fun to have an anime that is true to it. And number 9, I put Mirai Nikki, or some would call it Future Diary. I love this one because it's a survival game anime, and I love survival game anime. This one is one of my favorites, though, because I love the main character, Yukiteru's reaction to everything. It's funny. And at number 8, I put Fullmetal Alchemist. Now, I had to put this one because I love it. And I love how there's the rule of equivalent exchange when you do use alchemy. But when they were just young boys, Edward and Alphonse, the two main characters, their mom ends up dying and they want to bring her back. And one of the rules of alchemy is you cannot bring people back from the dead. You need to have something equivalent for that. And as you can see, Alphonse lost his body, Edward lost his arm and his leg. So the show is about them trying to figure out how to get their bodies back. And number 7, I put Fairy Tail. Now, I love Fairy Tail because it is a magic anime. And I just love the shenanigans that Lucy, Natsu, Gray, Urza, and all the people in the Fairy Tail Guild get into. And I love the Grand Magic Games. That's probably one of my favorite arcs in the show because I love tournaments. So I love the whole aspect of magic. So at number 6, I have Attack on Titan, or some would call it Shingeki no Kyojin. Now, I love this one because it is so intense. It's insane. After 100 years of living in peace and tranquility, humanity is hiding behind these walls. But it turns out that the walls are not as safe as they seem because a huge colossal titan ends up breaking the gate to one of the walls. So titans are these things that you see here, come in and they actually eat people. So it's about them fighting the titans and trying to survive. It's really intense. My number 5 was Owari no Seraph, or Seraph of the End. Now, I love this one because there is a virus that hits and only young kids under the age of 13, I believe, survive. And these vampires come into play. And these vampires say, "Come with us, we'll protect you," but they only want to use them for their blood. And the main character actually decides that he doesn't want to be used anymore, so they try to escape, and some crazy shit happens. He escapes, he becomes part of this demon army that fights. And number 4, I chose Gargantua on the Veritas Planet. Now this one is about a teenager that comes down from space. He doesn't think that anyone actually lives on Earth anymore, but Earth is now filled with water, so people are living on these big ships so they can survive. And while in outer space, he fights these aliens, as you can see here, and they're actually on Earth under the water, so it's pretty intense when he finds that out. And he has to learn about how to communicate with them and everything, and they have to learn about, why he came from outer space and stuff. It's really fun to watch. It's really interesting. I love this show. And my number 3 was Love Stage. Now, I love Love Stage not because it's a yaoi, but because of how sweet it is. As you see there, he was a girl on a commercial shoot, and the guy that was there fell in love with them. Didn't know that he was a girl, and had feelings for 10 years for this person that he assumed was a female. Later on, that's why he was saying, "Let me look at your face," because he wants to see if his feelings will go away after he finds out that it's actually a male, but the feelings don't. And I love it because the story of their love is so intense and so sweet because they do everything for each other. Like the main character Izumi, the one with the blonder hair there, he wants to be a manga artist, and the other one is a full-time actor. But he helps him, even though he's not very good at being a manga artist, but he still wants to be there for him because he still loves him. It's super sweet. I love it. And my number 2, I chose Magi, Kingdom of Magic, because I love the whole aspect of magic, as I said before, for a fairy tale. And this one does it in a really cool way. And the whole show is about like Aladdin finding out that he's what's called a Magi, and that's the most powerful being in the world. And he finds out that there's other Magis. He goes on adventures with his friends Morgiana and Alibaba. The second one, though, the one that's my favorite, he goes to investigate Magnoshatat, which is a magic school, and there's a bunch of dark stuff that's happening, and they get into like a little war. My number 1 was My Hero Academia. Now, I love My Hero Academia because it's about Izuku Midoriya when he was just a little boy finding out that he doesn't have a quirk. Now, his dream is to become a number 1 hero, just like his number 1, All Might. Now, All Might is the most powerful hero in the series. He goes beyond plus Ultra, and Izuku wants to go beyond plus Ultra, just like All Might. They end up meeting. All Might ends up sharing a secret and giving him a quirk, and he goes to the school that All Might went to called UA High School. Now, in this school, they learn extensively how to become heroes through like mock battles and classes and everything. But during their time at the school, so many things happened. There's the USJ incident, the Hosu incident, internships, the UA Sports Festival. There is, nearing the end in the 3rd season, the battle to get their hero badges so they can be like kind of heroes, but not 100% yet, so they can go, use their quirks and stuff, because you find out that just because like they are heroes in training, they can't use their quirks to actually hurt villains, and they find out about that, in a really harsh way. So it's really, really neat to watch him go from making a 0 to a hero.